Alright guys, what's going on? It's an unboxing time. Just came in from Laumia, Finland. What in the freak? What do we got going on here? Something from Finland. It's an interesting box. Especially because it traveled all the way from Finland. Oh, okay. It's more of a tear open type thing. Alright. So what is in the box here? Boom! Lionsteel. You're probably thinking, why did you buy a knife from Finland? You got all these dealers buy you. Because this one is not out in the United States yet. This is the SR11, the new Lionsteel flipper knife of the year at Blade Show. This is the red aluminum. Ooh, that is nice. It's big. Wow, that is a big knife. It's wide. Super wide in the hand. Wow. SR11 was the knife of the year at Blade Show this year. Obviously they have the titanium. I went with the aluminum. A little bit of the weight savings. The titanium is pretty heavy, and it was a lot cheaper. So nice centering, nice flipping action. This is an integral, as Lionsteel has been doing for a long time. Integrals are not new to them. Let's zoom in a little bit. Nice edge on it. Sleipner steel. Good detent. You can hear that suck that in. It's a pretty knife. That red aluminum is pops. I really like it. Satin finish on the blade. Again, Sleipner steel. IKBS bearings. Steel lock bar insert. It's perfectly centered, which is nice. Unlike my Benchmade Anthem. Get your deep carry clip with your glass breaker. Did they include the... They didn't this time around. I think my old SR, they came, hey, it's cool. It gives you the tool for it, because it's got, well, kind of got a proprietary pivot, but you got Torx in there. Gives you a little tool to take it apart, probably for the rotoblock as well. Actually, you know what that's for? I think that's maybe even to remove the glass breaker. But they didn't give you, I swear on the other models, they gave you a replacement so you didn't have to use the glass breaker. So this one does not have that. Alright, SR11. It is a pretty good sized knife. Look at that flipper tab. I'm sure what that little hole is, maybe just for looks or for weight reduction. Definitely got a nice flipping action. It's comfortable in the hand. It's big. It's a big knife. I mean, I kind of knew it was large. Let's do a size comparison for you. Here is a Rick Hinder XM18 3.5. And handle length wise, they're pretty similar. But this one feels bigger. It's definitely wider in the handle. The knife I used to unbox this is a Casey Gray custom. He sent it to me for review, which you'll see a review on that here shortly. That's not a really great size comparison because you've never heard of that knife. How about a Spyderco Swish Bowie? A little bit bigger than the Swish Bowie. So it's not terribly long in handle. It's wide. It's very wide. When I say width, I mean this wide. I mean, look how much wider the handle is next to the XM18 and the Bowie. Actually, see from this view, the Bowie looks a lot smaller. Pivot to pivot, way more handle on the SR11. Let's do the same thing here. About the same. So this is a medium-sized knife, though. So I'd put this into medium to large size. Yeah, it feels nice in the hand. Good impression for overall first impressions. I mean, the aluminum ones are pretty affordable. I mean, I think it was like $160 or something like that. Again, that was with, I think it ended up being 170 with a conversion rate because I bought it from Lamnia.com, which is actually a really good place to buy knives, I've discovered, because they ship internationally, express shipping for free. This knife got to me in 3 days. It was like I bought it from Blade HQ. Never mind. I was going to take a dig at Blade HQ on the shipping, but I didn't. So let's see the weight on that. See, even the aluminum is 5.1. This scale is, I think the battery's dying on it. It's kind of dirty too. So 5 ounces for an aluminum knife is pretty heavy. It's got a pretty substantially, not overly thick blade stock. Maybe it's just because it's one solid piece of aluminum. I'm not sure why 5 ounces. I mean, it shouldn't be that heavy. It doesn't feel like it is. It is a big knife, though. I'm gonna tell you right now, it's a big knife. If you like big knives, this is gonna be for you. If you don't like big knives, if you're more like me and like a medium to smaller size knife, then. But I love the XM18, just because the ergonomics are freaking amazing on them. Just gonna do one more size. Like a stupid thumb. So again, it's deceptive. It looks like it's the size Bowie is, Swish Bowie is the same, but it's actually quite a bit shorter in handle. I think that's better. Let's do that comparison, just to give you an idea of the size. Like I said, it's wide in the handle. That's one of the more interesting things about this. I swear I never have my tape measure when I need it. But it's definitely this way. It's got a good width to it. It's slim this way, but it's definitely wide. Good detent. Flipping action's really nice. No foreseeable hot spots. The clip kinda gets into your hand. It's a kind of full over deep carry clip. I feel like it should have, it's not going to have the best retention either. Let's try her out in the pocket. It's not the best for retention either. It's not horrible, but not the best for retention. So the handles are beautiful. The milling on the Titan, or this case the aluminum, is really well done. Nice texturing, kind of a checkered diamond pattern checkering. It's nice chamfering on the handles. Really well rounded right here. Nice lightning holes. Still trying to figure out why this knife is 5 ounces. I'm guessing it's because it's a pretty wide piece of aluminum and the blade is pretty substantial. Yeah. First impressions are, it's bigger than I thought it was. And I don't know why I thought it was smaller, but I did. So I'm trying to find I can't find my tape measure, so I just think this is an impromptu unboxing. Oh, you gotta be kidding me. And my calipers are out of battery. Wait, there they go. Kinda. Yeah, they're low in battery too. Let's see if I can get an overall, a closed length on this since my, yeah, that's not gonna work. Batteries are too low. Alright. MIA on the tape measure, and that was out of battery, so strike 2. But your overall length is 8.3 inches overall, so it's a pretty good sized knife. You have a blade length is 3.7 inches with a thickness of 0.18 inches. And your weight on this one was like just over 5 ounces. The titanium one is 6.6 ounces. Pretty flippin' heavy. Doesn't give the width here, but it's pretty wide. Are these things working now? You're not going to be able to see it, but I can read it barely. .2 inches wide. So it's, that can't be right. That's not right. There we go. I think we're getting accurate readings now. 5.2. 1.6. 1.6 inches wide is pretty wide. So, yeah. That's going to take up a lot of pocket widthways. And it's a big knife, so it's going to take up a lot of pocket both ways. So this is going to be a pocket hog for sure. Seeing if you can tell the difference in thickness there. The SR11 and the Hinderer. Yeah, it's pretty good difference in thickness there. So that's my impressions, is that it's a little large. Now, the question is, and guys, this is a well-built knife. It's no doubt fit and finish is top notch. The action's perfect. The centering's perfect. You know, it's an integral, so it's going to be a little more expensive to produce. But is it knife of the year? There's a lot of knives that have come out that I've reviewed this year that I would pick over this knife. Just first impressions. It's nice, no doubt about it, and I'll have to use it some more and get to, you know, spend some more time with it. But knife of the year, I don't know. That's kind of a stretch for me. The arc form that I just sold, again, I only sold the arc form, but to get a grill knife that'll be here this week. But it's quite a bit better than this one, and I would put it up against the titanium and say it's better, even though it's not a... It's hard to compare it because it's not an integral. And the only other integral that I've reviewed this year is the Benchmade Anthem, which had centering issues, but, you know, that's hard to say. You know, as far as integrals go, I know We Knives has put out some really nice ones. Custom Knife Factory, them thinking this year, not previous years too. So, I don't know. Knife of the year may be a stretch for me. I like it. It's well put together. Great fit and finish. Great action. Ergonomics are pretty good. I mean, they're actually really good. The interesting thing is the SR1, which is not a flipper, it's just a manual knife, was knife of the year a few years ago. So it's interesting that that one knife of the year, and then the SR11 comes out and wins knife of the year as well. What I don't like about it is how wide it is. It's going to be a pocket. It's going to take up so much space because it's big and wide. But I mean, the blade is wide too. I mean, that's another thing. It's versus like the Spanto here, the width of the blade. You can see how much difference that is. Let's do the Bowie, kind of a similar blade shape. Trying to get it like lined up best I can, but look how much extra width you have there in the blade, which I don't think is necessary really. But so my only gripes there is it's going to be a pocket hog. It's wide and it's big, and it's a little heavy for its size. I mean, I guess it's a big knife, but 5 ounces seems like it still seems heavy for a aluminum integral. The titanium, I can get it being a little bit heavier, but yeah, I don't know. Wide, heavy for its size are the negatives. Other than that, and the pocket clip retention is not very good. That could vary from model to model as well. Other than that, the machining, the fit and finish is top notch. It's very nice, and I guess, you know, they take that into consideration, obviously, when they pick the knife of the year. And it's definitely quality. I mean, Lionsteel also won manufacturing, which blows my mind that Chris Reeve didn't win that for the 100th time. But they do a fantastic job. Lionsteel does. All the knives I've had from them have been great. You can see it does have a stainless steel lock bar insert in there. I mean, it's pretty obvious. It's not hidden or anything like that. I'm not a gigantic fan of the Rotoblock either. I kind of wish they'd go away from that. But other than that, I mean, it's a handsome looking knife. The red with the satin is really nice looking. The flipping action's great, and the centering's perfect, and it's got, you know, got a nice smooth action. So, you know, not to take anything away from the fit and finish and the manufacturing, I'm just not a fan. I'm not a huge fan of the design of the handle and how wide the blade is, and that's kind of, for me, it's probably a deal breaker. And it's a little bigger than I wanted to get. But I wanted to check it out, and I wanted to get a video up on it just to kind of give you guys a first impressions. As far as I know, I don't know if there's many videos up on it right now. I know Epic Snuggle Bunny has one. He got it at Blade. But I don't think he's posted a video on it yet. Maybe he has. He hasn't. Yeah, so there's very few, just a few teeny channels and stuff. So hopefully this will give you guys a good idea on this one if you want to buy it or not. It's a gorgeous knife aesthetically. It's definitely a nice collector's piece. A nice fidgeting knife if you want to, you know. And if you get the aluminum one, you're not paying a ton of money. 170 bucks, I think, is what the conversion was from Lamnia. That included free international shipping. So express international, let me tell you that. 3 days, pretty awesome. But overall for me, I don't think it's going to be a keeper. It's so wide. I've said that like 15 times, but that's the thing that just jumps out to me. Is like, wow, it's just, geez, it's girthy, you know? That's what she said. And the clip isn't the best. And the weight, I mean, that's the thing that's interesting to me is it's 5 ounces, but it doesn't feel it in the hand. So we'll see how it is to carry. Alright guys, that's my first impressions and unboxing the Lionsteel SR11. SR11. Any questions or comments, leave them down below, and we will see you on the next video.